So these are the stainless cups I got off eBay. So they have held their strength. I'm squeezing them quite hard and they're holding together. So they should be good. So they've been up to 1,000 degrees and back down and are still structurally sound. So I'm going to take the wire brush to them, give them a good old scrub and put some glass in them, I guess. Oh, and before I forget, bad wash, so the glass doesn't stick to the metal. Enormous success. So there's the pile of crud, and there's the cups that they came out of. I had to thwack them quite hard to get them to come out. You can see a bit of a divot in the bottom of that one. But the glass slugs came out almost perfect. So that's what they look like. The top is not very flat. It's going to take a bit of grinding to get it down to a workable surface. But as far as I can tell, they're solid. There's no bubbles inside that I can see. They look pretty good. So now I'll grind them down and rig up some sort of thingamabob to polish them. Very good and quite hard. I don't think I'll have any problems with these chipping or shattering. And they're just about the right size too. Thick enough to be nice and dimensionally stable and easy to hold on to, but not so thick that I waste a bunch of material. Okay, bye-bye. While I was rough finishing these slugs, that's one that's progressed pretty well. That's probably good enough for my purposes. So my plan is to get it roughly flat on the belt sander, on the linisher, and then start polishing them glass to glass. So that one's come out pretty good. It's got some pits in it, but I'm not too worried about those. But this one, it didn't sort of spectacularly kaboom, it just sort of became two pieces. So I don't know if it got too hot too quick, but I'm kind of happy that one split in half because it gives me a view on the inside. And the inside is interesting looking. There are a couple of bubbles, not very many. Nice shiny finish. So yeah, I'm not too sad. I will be sad, however, if either of these two split in the same way. Because in order to do what I'm trying to do, I need 3 surfaces to do the 3-plate Whitworth technique. So yeah, hopefully none of these split. So I can see a tiny fault there. It's troubling. Okay, now I'm sad. So yeah, it looks as though I need to adjust my temperature profiles in the kiln, or perhaps clean my glass better. At the present I've just rinsed the glass in water. The reason I say I need to clean it better is that I suspect that it might be fracturing along, or the fracture starts on some impurities. where two of the granules of glass didn't fuse together quite as cleanly, and that left a weak point for a crack to begin, which is poop. So I might look at some sort of chemical wash I can use to clean my glass before I fire it. And also the tempering profile I'm using is made for float glass. This is not float glass, this is blown glass. And I don't know if there's a major difference in terms of what's required to temper it correctly. Let's see how much of a tap these require. Pretty bloomin' tough. I'm giving that a fair old knock. So I've rigged up my X-ray machine here, and it's not as useful as I'd have hoped, because the discrete dots of light make it quite difficult to get any good detail of what's going on inside. But you can see there's a fair amount of bubbles and other nonsense in there. So maybe I need to look at cleaning my glass better, or just getting a cleaner supply of glass to begin with. And modifying my temperature profiles. Anyway, bye bye.